Good morning, guys. I hope you're fantastic and amazing. Welcome to my world, Young and in Conversation. Igama lami uNkosentlo Nxumalo Sibonga uZwide Mkhatshwa thina sikhatshwa ngezinde nangefushane kabanti. I'm just so excited about this second episode. Today is I'm releasing my second episode. And I'm doing this on the 19th. On the 19th. And today is Ramaphosa's inauguration. I just don't respect that man. I just don't respect Ramaphosa. I won't even watch. I don't even feel like watching his inauguration. But I don't believe that he's a leader. I'm using that word leadership very loosely. Because the same people that are leading us are the elites. Right? Which takes me back to the foundations of this political system we have in SA, which was founded by the elites. It was funded and founded by the elites. The political system only works for the elite. It's not for the poor. It does not work for the masses. Hence, I will always say that politicians are not voted for, but they're bought. They're just puppets. All these politicians, all these leaders, the people we call leaders in inverted commas, all those leaders, they're just puppets of white monopoly capital. Hence, I won't be watching today, or not be watching. Rather, I will not be watching Ramaphosa's inauguration today. Because I don't believe that he's a leader. Right? There's a lot of things that he got away with. He was never things that we were never accounted for. Pala, for example. Marikana, for example. People Marikana are still crying. I can hear their voices. I can hear their screams. Right? Hence, I don't believe that Ramaphosa is a leader. To me, he's not a leader. He's just a puppet of white monopoly capital. He's just a puppet of the Ruperts, the puppet of the Manels. He's just a puppet of the Oppenheimers. He's not for the people. So it'll be a disservice to my people if I watch his inauguration today. I don't respect him as a leader. So, lama politicians now. Guys, I always say, as black people, let's help ourselves. Let's not wait for a Messiah. Jesus will never come back, guys. Waiting for politicians to save us is like waiting for Jesus to come back. Jesus will never come back. Let's build our own things. Let's build our own institutions. Let's build our own monopolies. Because we need to understand as black people how monopolies are built. I alluded to this in my first episode, that we can learn from the Jewish community. We can learn from the Indian community. In fact, in the Jewish community, money circulates 14 times before it goes out. Why can't we do that? Jewish people were persecuted before. They were persecuted before, even though they're given reparations and we are not. Right? But we can learn from their moves. We can learn from their moves. We can build our own economy. Let's build our business. Let's build our businesses, rather. Let's build our businesses. Let's build our media houses. Because, let me just say this. Monopolies are built slowly, gradually. Right? There's no monopoly that's built overnight. There's no monopoly that's built overnight. We need to start by opening our businesses, selling our own products that are owned by us, up to the point that we own the whole value chain. The whole value chain. Then from there on, when we own the economy, we can buy the politicians. Politicians are bought. They're not voted for. We buy the politicians. Politicians now, in order for them to implement our own policies. Because believe me, black people are not involved in the policy making of this country. They're just not involved. or in the lawmaking in this country. Because lawmaking in this country, it's a top-down, right? It's a top-down process. The people that are there in parliament are the ones that, the politicians are the ones that implement these laws. How many black people are educated up to the point ukuthi they can comment on a bill? They can comment on a bill. Bancane. Because for you to comment, to read a bill, you need to understand legalese. That's the legal language. And not a lot of black people understand legalese. Ngisho noma bathi bill bayikhiphile for public comment or public participation. Not a lot of black people can comment because the language itself is exclusionary. People don't understand it. So that's why I don't believe in politics. Politics, guys. It's not for us. Let's just live it. It's just not for us. Let's build outside of politics. Asakhin outside of politics, and that's possible. So today inauguration Ramaphosa because I don't respect him as a leader. He's not my leader. He's not my leader. I reject him as a leader. And it seems that he's captured the state, right? He's captured the state. Ento lo Zuma bebam accuser of. It means that because they win a long icala, which include that arm of the state, which is the judiciary. Win a long icala. How can you win ipalapala? That thing was clear. That case was clear. You didn't declare the money that you had. Phansi kwamasofa. You didn't even declare it to SARS. Cabanga, i-president yonke. That was clear. Then ngizo respect lo muntu loyo. That's not possible. Angikhona ukurespect umuntu onjalo mina. Angikhona ukurespect umuntu onjalo. Umuntu wabulala abantu eMarikana. Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because yena wina lonke icala yena. He was not found guilty of any of that, but we know the truth as the people of South Africa. Siyalazi iqiniso. Most of the people lapha ku-ANC that are part of the elites, yinto mele siyi-accept leyo. They are part of the elites. Thabo Mbeki, Cyril Ramaphosa, most of them are part of the elites. These people were given shares after the Codesa talks. They were compromised. They sold us out. Ramaphosa cool because he was at the forefront during the Codesa talks. They're given shares. But Pravin Gordhan, obviously those people will be in the side of the white monopoly capital because they're part of the elites. They own shares in these businesses. And being for the people and being for business cannot coexist. Those two things cannot coexist. One must die. You can't do both. Yeah, both. That's impossible. Yabo? Sazela putha abo Ramaphosa bazinikeza amathenda lapha. Bazinikeza amathenda abo Pravin Gordhan. Own shares in plus 52 companies. Obviously, it's very much possible. It's probable for you to give tenders to your businesses. That's conflict of interest. I don't even know how and why do we vote for these leaders. Because it's just conflict of interest. You can't be a business person and be a president at the same time. That's conflict of interest. It just doesn't make sense. Sivumela kanjani things. But I blame it on our education system for not educating us enough, educating us enough about such things, these things. Yabo. Because an average person in South Africa, we vote just simple things. We vote without reading a manifesto walama party lawa without checking a track record yaleyo political party or that political figure. Benzeni, what have they done? Do they have a track record to prove which they are capable and competent of serving us as the people of South Africa? None of them have the competency. Politicians are not competent. I don't care who it is. They're not competent. They've never built anything. Then we wonder why they can't build anything. Because they've never built. They don't have the experience of building. Right? And that system, this political system we have currently, it's not built upon meritocracy. There's no meritocracy. Hence, isn't this vulnerable cater deployment exist? Right? So let's forget about the political system, black people. Ngiyacela, asikhohlweni ngayo. Asivele sikhohlweni ngayo. Yangizona? Ngeke sisebenzele. Ayikaze yasisebenzela. For the past 30 years, azange sisebenzele. Why izosisebenzela for the next 30 years? Ngeke sisebenzele. Maybe abanye bangathi no, why ufaka wonke ama-political parties under the same blanket? Politics, the political system we have is just not based on meritocracy. It's just, how can I put it? There's no meritocracy, there's no merit. It's just people who are speaking about rhetorics and theories they've never done before. An average person wants in South Africa, they don't care about communism, they don't care about capitalism, they don't care about fascism, they don't care about meritocracy. They just care about food, electricity in their homes, water, running water. They just care about basic things. They don't care about policies and all that. So, let's just forget about ipolitiki of it. We're not political people as black people, we're spiritual people. Let's go back to our roots. Right? Let's learn about ourselves before colonization. Let's decolonize our minds. Let's decolonize everything that came with colonization. Let's decolonize our minds. Because as long as our thought is framed by Western thought, or is framed by Western institutions rather, we'll never be able to free ourselves. We'll never be free. We'll never liberate ourselves. Let's go back to our roots. The only way of liberating ourselves is going back to our roots. Don't come here and tell me about communism, Western and Eastern systems. We have our own systems as black people, like Ubuntu. That's a governing system or governance system. Ubuntu. It's an economic system. It's a political system. Let's build a political system that's built upon Ubuntu. Let's scrap this whole system, this Western system. Let's decolonize, guys. Let's also decolonize our economy, because our economy is oppressing us. We're still following Western terms, Western economy. Let's decolonize, guys. Right. As long as this economy does not serve us, it will never serve us. It will never serve us, guys. So let's not lie. Right. Let's just study. Another thing is reading. Reading is very important. Let's study these things. Let's learn about ourselves. Let's learn our history. Not the one we taught in schools. It's not the real history. It's not a real African history. What about our history before white people? What were we before white people came here? The Sabobani, before they came here. Right? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. The Sabobani, before they came here. So let's go crazy, guys. So, hey. Sazo Safara for the next 5 years. Whereas ETA and the ANC, they're the same, man. They are the same. Believe in a free market economy, and a free market economy never worked for us as black people. It doesn't work for the majority. It works for the market. And who's in the market? Only the minority. Right, it works for the market. Doesn't work for us. Right. Doesn't work for us. So guys, this was my second episode. I just wanted to vomit. I just wanted to vomit. So I hope you enjoy this, guys. I'll post this today or tomorrow, right? And just stay strong, guys. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep learning. Let's keep studying. Let's keep reading. Because reading is the only thing that can free us. Reading about ourselves. Let's go back to our roots and learn before colonization.